All right, hello, hello.
Hello.
Long time no see. Let me know if the audio is working okay. Everything should be okay, but damn, they're actually kind of loud. Anyways,
Yeah, that's what it is.
so yeah, it's been a long time since the last time we streamed. I think I want to say 3 months.
Oh fuck! I don't know if it was 3 months. Maybe,
It was
maybe
end of
two.
May.
No.
It was end of May. I think it was end of May.
Okay.
100% end of May. Yeah, but I want to say like 3 months. A lot has happened. So, for example, today, this stream is going to be the last stream where you see us in this location. Next time we stream, it might be just me. It might be the two of us, but it's definitely going to be in another location. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to explain like what's going on behind the scenes a little bit more, maybe next stream. I don't think I have enough time to like go deeply into everything that has been happening in the background. But yeah, it's like it. Trust me when I say there's a lot of stuff. But in general, I think we're doing okay. Um, you doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exciting new life chapters upcoming. Yeah, I think it's better if you come with a chair. It looks better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. What have you been up to?
Just learning how to edit. Just relaxing. Just getting ready for school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Having.
editing, school. Yeah, I have work coming up. So I don't know if I've shared this before, but basically we just moved to the U.S. I came from Canada. He's been here in the U.S. before. He was studying university, and so yeah, it's been like a hectic move. There's a lot of like things going on, but in general, I think it's kind of manageable. Um, I want to say that there are a few differences that I've noticed, like between Canada and here. And something that I realized is that, like, I don't know how people that used to live in Canada they move here. I feel like I'm surprised there isn't like as much collaboration between the two countries. So, like for example, one of the things that is extremely annoying that I had to deal with was credit. So I'm sure everyone is familiar with the idea that it's good to have credit cards because when you pay with your credit card, you create a credit history, and that credit history gives the banks or whatever other financial institution to like basically information to let them know that you are a trustworthy person to have credit with. Um, so that's useful. The problem is that whenever you are immigrating from one country to another, um, damn, okay, yeah, whenever you're immigrating from one country to another, the credit system doesn't really translate. Like it doesn't transfer over. There's no collaboration between countries to help you with that, and it's kind of frustrating because like when you come here to the US and you don't have any credit, it's impossible to like rent a place or open a bank account. Well, it's not impossible to open a bank account, but it's a little bit harder. um, what else like essentially like buy a car, and any other things basically that you need that requires credit, which is like most things, which is kind of like frustrating and annoying. But yeah, that's something that I had to deal with behind the scenes. And I'm actually surprised. Like I would understand if we're talking about like the U.S. and like a random country in like
In like
Asia,
Europe or Asia.
Europe, yeah. Um, but like Canada, like the country that shares border with you, and also the country that is your ally, and the country that shares the same language, and also like similar culture, I feel like there should be more collaboration. Like, how many times have you heard like people from Canada like graduating university over there and then coming here to the U.S. because there's more opportunities?
Yeah.
Or how many people have you heard here in the U.S. saying that like in the U.S. it's like kind of um, there's a lot going on in the U.S. They don't feel safe and they feel like better in Canada, so they go and move to Canada. Like I feel like I don't know. I'm really surprised that there aren't as many resources to help you like with that transfer, which is but it is what it is. Yeah, I think I've had to like deal with that a little bit. I think for you it's kind of easy because you already study here, so you have like your credit all set up. You
Yeah.
have like bank accounts here, like basically like documentation here that makes life easier for you.
Like mainly just I would say it's probably just the bank,
Hmm.
right? I've been here for like
Yeah, but you have credit history.
yeah, but that's the bank.
Oh, like you mean? Well, I mean, like you want to have.
Yeah,
I
like
guess
having
I guess
a
technically,
debit
yeah,
and a credit card
yeah, yeah,
from the
yeah,
bank,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then just using it and for what is it called? For a period of time,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, I would say that's the only advantage that I have over you because like realistically I got my documents the same time as you did.
Yeah.
But the only edge that I would say that I had was yeah the bank,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm very happy
Like
about.
both the bank account and the credit card, because I mean, like the credit card comes from a bank account, but then like you
Yeah,
can have a bank account without a credit card, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, yeah. But yeah, like that's something that I've had to deal with, and it's very very difficult because for example, a step to get a credit card is that you need proof that you live here, but they don't take immigration type of documents. So like things like your residence or your visa or whatever, your residence card, like they don't take those things. They need some sort of like additional documentation that lists your name, full name, legal name, and your address. That could be your driver's license. That could be utility bill from where you're living in. That could be a bank statements. And like I just moved here. Like I don't have any of that. Um, and then on top of that, like for example, for let's say for bank statements, I just recently got a bank account. So when I tried initially, I didn't really have a bank account. For utility bills, like the place that we're living in is not under my name, so you can't use this address to prove my residency. When it comes to your what else? What oh, the driver's license as well. Like for that, you need to go through a whole process, and even for the driver's license itself, you actually need like some sort of like proof of residence.
yeah,
So yeah, it's rough, but
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, for I think it's the transitioning process is easy as long as you well no I wouldn't say easy easier as long as you have time. If you don't have time,
Hmm.
then you can't really do much. You know.
Yeah, 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 I know. But yeah, and then other than that, other than the documentation part, I think for the most part, I've been in training. I've been busy, or like not busy, but like super focused on trying to get a job. Essentially, jobs here are nice. There's a lot of opportunities, but I feel, and I don't know if this is true. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but the feeling that I get is that right now there are a lot of people are working. Like it's not like there are no jobs. There are jobs, but I feel like everyone, like all the jobs are taken. Like the unemployment rate feels like super super low right now,
Mm-hmm.
and so there are not a lot of people who are trying to like move from one job to another. So there are not a lot of like open positions. It feels like there are a few, but yeah, it's just difficult in general. But luckily, after 3 months of grinding and a lot of resume optimization, a lot of cover letters, a lot of applications, I got a job, and so it's actually nice, and it explains why next time we stream is going to be in a different location because I need to move and relocate for that job.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a new exciting chapter for the next stream. When I get a little bit settled, it might be next week actually. We'll see if we have time. But
Yeah, it could be.
yeah,
We could do a stream building shit.
or yeah, 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 or like kind of like telling a more detailed kind of story of what's been happening behind the scenes. But we'll see. But yeah, I think generally speaking, that's like the live update. I don't know if I'm missing anything. I mean, we've been like consistent with the content.
Yeah.
A lot of shorts coming out. We've been trying to film a little bit more, trying to edit a little bit more whenever we have time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, probably in the city, I think there's a possibility that we make more gym content, like maybe shorts,
mhm.
and not just like talking. I mean, I think
Wait, I'm curious. to see if like people are more interested, because obviously we talk about fitness,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like to the camera, and then we give a little bit of informational stuff with a little bit of like just random conversation topics.
Right.
I'm just curious to see if people are interested in that type of content, or if they would like a sprinkle of like actual like footage of me training.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I
know.
think a sprinkle of you training, and then in the future, what people like to do is they transition from doing live streams from here, and then they transition it to doing IRL in the gym or whatever, and you
Hmm.
just like show your workout and just talk about it, and
But I
it,
feel like that would get really boring really fast,
yeah,
because remember that my workout is like, if you follow a split, you're not supposed to be changing your exercises like
yeah.
every workout, right? And so I feel like after two
Well,
weeks,
we can make it like a YouTube video instead, like a couple of YouTube videos, and then we would have to like brainstorm a little bit. And,
mhm. Yeah, because imagine streaming your workout and it's like the same thing over
yeah,
like months, Um, the reason why you don't want to change your exercises that much is because you want to keep your exercises consistent so you can track your progress
yeah.
properly, right? And so, yeah, that's super important if you want to see results. And so I feel like if I were to stream my workouts, maybe it would be like once or twice, and then after that, it just doesn't make sense because I'll be streaming the same thing over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe go through the split twice max, and then that's it. But yeah, we can try to like do videos, but that's a whole different skill because we need to like learn how to like take angles. Because right now, when I talk to the camera, right, this type of content is like simpler in the sense that like I'm just sitting here and I don't need to angle the camera. It's just one shot, and then I'm just talking to you,
Yeah.
right? It feels a little bit more organic, feels a little bit more honest. But I feel like if I were to go to the gym and then settle like all the camera angles and then try to like get the perfect shot, you know, it feels a lot more work, and it feels like
There's a lot more production behind.
yes, exactly. So transitioning to that like different style of like content is definitely a challenge, but I think we can try it out to see how it goes.
Yeah, I feel like we can do live streams, and then every now and then just upload a YouTube video.
Hmm.
Um, Basically, targeting some of the things that we talk about, like on stream, and in a more organized and compact way.
Hmm.
Like a presentation.
Yeah.
Like the people who are here, they don't need to watch it, but they can show some support because it's like better organized, better packaged
Hmm.
content,
Yep.
and information if they want to learn.
Hmm.
And then, but they don't really have to. Like, I think it would be more for them. It would be more for entertainment purposes, and then for the new people who want to know what you're all about, they can look
Yeah.
at that before looking at your live streams
Hmm.
because it's not like they. I don't think that I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're back to
Yeah,
forgetting.
I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing is like after moving, it's gonna be so hard to find time, because like you're gonna be like far away. Like
Mm-hmm.
your commute, like if you want to come back and stream, is like a 3-4 hour commute.
Yeah.
So unless you want to stay in the city for like a few days, like maybe for the weekend, for example,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not worth it for you to come back.
Yeah.
So
Like you can do like a New York vlog and stuff,
hmm.
and like you can just center your content on like a lot of the stuff, and we can recap.
Yeah, I need to find a
In
good gym.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm willing to pay a little bit more for the gym if that means that it's gonna be like empty during the times when I go,
Yes.
and it's going to make it more comfortable for me to actually film myself training. Um,
Also, you
yeah,
want like clean equipment and good equipment.
yeah, exactly.
Um, like it is possible to make gains with like just dumbbells and barbells, but I don't know. I just think that having the right machine um, can be a game changer. Like I think, for example, one of the reasons why I like machines a lot is just the stability and because you have more stability, I feel like you can do more progressive overload in that
Mm-hmm.
specific muscle that you're targeting,
Yeah.
instead of compensating with other muscles and stuff. Like I'm not. I feel like if I'm focusing on moving a weight or like a one of those compound lifts, then yeah, I would do barbell. Just whatever. It's fun. I like it. Um, yeah, it is a more fun way to track your progressive overload. But mm, but if you're like focusing on, oh, I want to grow my biceps, you're not gonna start doing pull-ups. You're gonna
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
instead you're gonna do preacher curl, which is a machine. Yeah, you can do it with the barbell, but you know what
You
happens.
know what happened when you do it with a barbell.
Snap.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I think you've seen way too many videos, bro.
No, yeah, I definitely have. Um, but I have never seen one where it's a regular preacher curl machine.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever gives you peace of mind and whatever helps you push to the max.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like I wouldn't have that problem, right? Because I would break the machine if I go all out. But for some people, when they go all out, they break themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Those videos are super super scary, bro. Like, I don't even understand how that happens. I think it's drugs, bro. It must be.
No, no, no. There's some natties there.
Nah, bro. Nah.
I've seen this. I've seen natties like when they're doing like their shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're all flared out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because they're all flared out, clack, their fucking forearm bone just breaks, or their shoulder just goes all the way back. But think about this. Think about this.
Oh, that hurts, bro.
Like the regular intuition when you're doing like shoulder press, it's like I better do dumbbell because barbell looks dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong. Think about this, right? When you're doing barbell, you're like this, right? Touch your chest, right? There's no way you cannot go like this.
Yeah.
Right? So the risk of going clack or pluck, it's not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, fall back, but you gotta be like really stupid for that. But yeah, you're gonna be here. You have more stability because you're using your whole body, your core, everything. You're holding it with your big chest, and then boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or if you want, you can also do machines. But yeah, dumbbells for that. Personally, not for me.
It's scary for sure.
Because I've watched too many videos, and because I also suck at them. Like I really suck at doing dumbbell shoulder press.
Yeah.
I'd rather do Smith machine, super mega stable, or regular barbell, or just
The cool
a
thing about
machine.
barbell is like you can also like put the safety pins too, right? So even then it allows you. Yeah, you set it up like hi, bro.
Oh, the safety pins. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the safety clips.
Nah, bro.
Like,
Nah,
you
nah,
want me to
nah.
just lift it for sure.
No. Like I mean the safety pins. You can
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
set it
that's-
like
that is true.
at your chest level,
You can-
and then just do that.
You
like
can
this.
set it up like here,
Yeah.
and then like right here, right? And then you go under, you lift it, boom, 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 boom. You're about to fail. Just crouch.
And then just leave
And
it
it's
there.
right here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, for those type of movements, like when we're talking about compounds, rest time, okay?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
make sure you rest in between sets. But also, like, don't stay there like 10 minutes between sets. I would say, like, if it's a very, very difficult, heavy compound, then you should probably do like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe even 6, depending on your level. And then for isolations, I would say like 2 to 3 minutes is totally fine. Just make sure to rest properly and make sure to feel ready for the next set. I feel like if you're still out of breath,
Yeah.
or if you're still like kind of pumped,
Risk management.
or like not pumped but like tight, like you feel like your muscles like super super tight, just take it easy, okay? Take a few breaths.
Drink some water.
Yeah. That being said, though, it's important to like work on those things. So, for example, if you're constantly out of breath to the point that you have to like wait 7 minutes in between sets, then you should probably work on your cardio a little bit more, so that you don't have to be spending like 7 minutes between each
Bro,
set.
that shit happened to me. I think I was doing RDLs with dumbbells, and I think I was doing like 70s. I don't know. It killed me. 70s or something. Yeah, yeah. It killed me. And I was so out of breath that I couldn't speak for the next like 10 minutes. So, um, yeah, I should probably work on my cardio. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, like the other thing is like for example, if you're doing like any pulling movements and you feel like you like to use straps because it makes you, you know, feel your back
Oh, I
a
was
little bit
thinking
more.
I wanted to get the heart straps. So
The Versa grips.
I don't know what they're
Yo,
called.
like they sponsor a bunch of people. I try to buy it on Amazon
Yeah,
and on their website, bro. $70? No.
no, not 70. No, no, no. You're talking about the ones that are like this, right?
Uh huh.
No, I'm talking about the hard ones.
The hard, like
the
the
hard
the
ones.
hooks.
The hooks, yeah.
Nah.
Bro, that
You
shit
think
looks
so?
fun, yeah. I mean, like,
No, because
the energy that I'm saving from my forearms, I'll put on my back, and then I'll just separately train on my
Yeah.
forearms. The
But
same
yeah,
way that I want to train on my biceps.
you gotta be careful, okay?
Why?
If you're doing like pull ups
Uh-huh.
or deadlifts.
Oh, yeah, just stay there.
Yeah, like if you're used to just letting it go, like mid, like
Oh,
say,
yeah.
like for example, if you're doing like a deadlift, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you're just like the kind of person who just like you kind of like lower it a little bit and then you throw it. Don't do that with those hooks, okay? You throw it and you go down with it, bro. like be careful.
Thor's hammer, bro.
Yeah, just be careful.
Thor needs that.
You That's crazy.
No, I would definitely use it just for this one, or for this,
Yeah.
you know.
But then you gotta be careful though, because like
Yeah,
you do want some transfer into your form.
Mm.
You want to work your form a little bit.
Yeah,
So I would
yeah.
say like, I think regular straps are good for me. I don't want to do
Dude,
the
I
hooks.
just I want to try it out because I think I've tried every single one,
Mhm.
but the regular ones, honestly, the more I think about it, it's actually really annoying.
Yeah.
It's really annoying because you have to like set it up, and then yeah, I know with time and experience, anything is possible, but it's just like
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
it's so
I
so
know.
so annoying. And also the hooks are better for the neutral grip.
That's true. That's
you
true.
know. And the other ones, what's it called, Versa grips?
Versa grips, yeah.
Yeah, the Versa grips are just better for all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, if you have a lot of money, I would do Versa grip and the hooks. Well, I haven't tried the hooks, but if I ever try it and I approve of it, then yeah, that would be my take.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my take.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think what you should do is like warm up with no grip and go all out.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Like even with the regular straps,
Uh-huh.
I usually warm up without straps,
Uh-huh.
and then for the top set, then I just do straps.
Yeah.
I think just
Yeah.
because you don't want to desensitize your forearm muscles as much,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like if you don't have straps, you're kind of useless. Then, yeah, you gotta be able to you gotta be able to actually still perform the exercise even if one day you forget your straps at home.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. But it is kind of frustrating because it's been happening to me lately, and my forearms are dying way before I'm done,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just bad. Imagine like you're doing squats, and for some reason I know it doesn't work like this, but for some reason your calves start cramping, like you're done.
Yeah.
You're done for the set, right?
Yeah.
Um.
Yo, it's really bad. When I felt like cramps when I was squatting
Oh shit.
on my ass, and
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I felt it. No, I'm not gonna say that.
wait. You say no homo and it'll be okay.
No. Anyways. No.
And also my adductors too. I feel like sometimes it get like, especially when I haven't squatted or trained legs for a long time, whether it's because I'm sick or I'm traveling. Once I go back to the squat or training legs like really hard, yeah, usually the first workout is gonna be like really really bad, just because your body's not used to it again,
Yeah.
and
I'd say if you take a time deloading, like just like let's say you take a week off of not training, you still have to ease in. Even if you take a week off, like not completely, but like partially take a week off. So like let's say you're doing less weight for a whole week. I think you need to slowly ease in because I feel like you can like I feel like I'm not like extremely strong, but even at my level, you can injure yourself like pretty
yeah,
easily.
yeah,
So just
absolutely.
like just be careful out there.
Yeah, like yeah, it's always good to prioritize like how your body feels as you're performing the exercise. And it's also important to be able to distinguish between good pain and bad pain. Obviously, good pain is like
Lactic acid.
fatigue, lactic acid, tight. A little bit of tightness is okay, but then if you're feeling like sharp pains or like joint pains, then it's
Joint,
like ugh, yeah, you gotta be careful. Okay,
broken joints, broken bones.
bro.
Then you
You
know.
go to work out, bro. You don't go to fight, bro. Well, some people go to fight. They're demons, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
It's crazy. But I recently haven't seen a lot of like people in the gym who actually like scream when
Oh
they
yeah.
yeah. I feel like recently I've been like pretty quiet.
Well, that's because we go in the morning.
True. You think the demons go at night?
Um, 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Yeah, after
After
work.
work.
Yeah, yeah, after
After
school.
work.
After school, after work.
Oh fuck! I didn't get the promotion.
Yeah, bro. Yo, like I've had times where like actually I'm so pissed off for whatever
Oh
reason,
yeah.
and I just go and deadlift like a really high weight. Let's say something that I can do for 3 to 5 reps, and I just go all out to failure.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, when I'm mad, I do pull-ups. Not pull-ups. Like what is it called? Lat pull-downs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just like I feel like it's an exercise that you can do. It's
No, you can push. That you can push.
yeah, you can push more.
Yeah.
Or no, actually no. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go from, but you shouldn't go from 0 to 100
Hmm.
on any exercise. Just
Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second.
yeah.
We'll be right back. All right. The mic should be good now. Anyways, as I was saying, bunch of stuff happened. I'll probably get into it next stream. Okay. But yeah, I don't think we remember what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a list of topics. What do you want to get into? I think this one's interesting. Should we judge people who take drugs?
I mean, you're free to judge, but then they're also free to not give a fuck.
I guess that's the simplest way to.
You know, like if you're gonna take something, then you should know the other side. And when you judge, you also need to be aware of the other side. So if you make the other person feel like shit, or if the other person doesn't feel anything, or if you're being a shitty person, then you should be all aware of that. If you're taking drugs and you're saying it out loud, then you're basically announcing it.
Okay, hold on. Let me change the format of the question. Do you think it makes sense to judge someone just because they're taking steroids?
Judge someone. Does it make sense? Oh, fuck.
Should they be shamed?
Should they be, if they're deceiving their audience or they're trying to deceive other people? Saying, oh yeah, no.
So,
no. But here's the reality. Okay, no, I have the answer. You shouldn't shame them. But the reason why you shame them is because they're liars, not because they're taking it.
So just taking the drug is not enough to judge someone.
No.
It has to be.
You're free to do whatever you want, but if you're telling me like, oh yeah, these biceps are natural and they're fucking Mount Everest, and yeah, I'm a genetic anomaly, and his dad or grandpa and his whole bloodline has negative Mount Everest, then you're like, that's sus, you know. And then it comes out to be true that he's taking steroids. You catch him on the act, then you're gonna be judging based on based on him or her being a liar, not based on, oh, you're taking steroids. It's more like, you're taking steroids and you told me you weren't. You explicitly said you weren't. So
there's
you're
a lying part.
Yeah.
The lying part. Okay. Like, yeah, for me, it's like, I just don't care that much.
Yeah, I don't care.
I think that people should be free to take whatever they want to take. It's just that there's a difference between, like, a moral decision versus a dumb decision. Like, I think that, for example, that
someone who wants to compete versus someone who's trying to impress little girls on TikTok.
Yeah, like, but even then, like, if
little
you're,
boy, sorry.
even then, like, if your, let's say your desire is like kind of shallow. Let's say you're like, you know, you want to impress like your audience, and then you take steroids, right? I feel like as long as you're being honest about it, I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. Like
if you
it depends on what you think. Yeah, exactly. It depends on what you think is shallow. Like, you want to look good because that makes a career out of it. Yeah, sure. People want to see it. Sure. The same way that if you're competing, people want to see it still. If you're taking steroids because you want to look good and, you know, look jacked, and that way you'll attract more girls, then yeah, you're also showing it off to other people.
Yeah.
Like, it depends on what you think is shallow and what isn't. But at the end of the day, it's for the same purpose. Different demographic.
Yeah.
You know? And, but yeah, I don't have any problems. Like, if you're taking steroids to attract girls, or if you're taking steroids to make out a career, either bodybuilding or social media, I don't care. My main problem is just a lot.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that, like, again, there's a difference between moral and dumb decision. The moral decision is not the taking steroids part, but it's like to lie. Now, when you take a steroids, it could be a dumb or a normal decision depending on your circumstances. If you have really good genetics and you have a lot of potential to be able to compete, you know, and you weigh the risks properly under the care of a physician or something, then you should be okay as long as you accept those risks. Like, I don't think it's a dumb decision. However, if you do it, like, you know, without doing any research, and then, like, you know, you just kind of like do it, because I'll get a little bit more gains, and then you destroy your liver, then it's like a dumb decision, like, but it's not necessarily like an immoral decision.
If you're a kid that looks like this, like super mega skinny, and you don't know anything about fitness, and the first thing that crosses your mind is like, okay, what's the strongest steroid?
Yeah.
Oh, trend. Okay, then I'm gonna overdose on it, and then you get a bunch of acne, your liver fails, and everything. Like, you deserve to be judged. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. That's like kind of like my thoughts on it. I don't know. Like I don't spend that much time thinking about it, but I remember watching a video, or like generally there are a lot of creators out there who, whenever they talk about steroids, it just feels like it's like a binary thing where like if you take it, bad. If you don't take it, good. Um, I, I to me like I just don't care too much about what other people do. It's more like
Yeah.
what it is paired with. Like if it's paired with like lying and deceiving,
Yeah.
then it's probably not the best thing to do. But then if you're doing and then you are honest about it and you are responsible with your messaging, then yeah, I don't think there's any issues there.
and I'm not even gonna hold a moral high ground against those who take steroids, because yeah, you can argue like, oh, he takes steroids for his convenience, he wants to pull all the girls in the world, blah 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 blah. Okay, why do you not take steroids?
Yeah.
Also for my convenience, because I don't want to fucking die early, but like,
Also,
come
okay,
on.
hold on. Let me
it's
like
for my convenience.
let me present a point that would shut a lot of people who judge up, okay? And we had this conversation. Basically, like, if, because all these people saying, like, oh, steroids, not good, blah, 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 right? I agree. Yeah, not good. But then not for the same reason. Because I don't think it's immoral to take steroids. I think it's dumb for most people, especially if you take it very early on. However, imagine a drug came out that if you take a reasonable amount, you don't abuse it, if you take a reasonable amount, you actually get a lot of gains much more easily, but there are zero side effects, right? I feel like everyone will be taking it.
Yeah, that would be like creatine.
Because there's no
3.0.
excuse anymore. There's like, because people say, oh, there are like a lot of like health side effects. Okay, what if there was none?
Exactly.
Right? And then if they say, oh, I still wouldn't take it because it's a steroid. It's like, okay, then you have like an ideological thing for steroids.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not like it doesn't come with critical thinking. It's like an emotional position right there, right? Because I feel like, as long as, imagine they came out with like creatine 2.0, okay? It makes you bigger, but way bigger, okay? Compared to like what creatine does. I feel like everyone would be taking it, and it wouldn't be like shamed upon.
Yep.
In fact,
Everyone will take it, and we're all gonna be more jacked. So that means that we are all also gonna be happier.
Yes.
Happier, bigger, happier.
oh, that actually connects to the other topic that we have over here, which is working out for the right reasons. Okay? I've had this conversation.
No need to work out.
I've had this conversation a lot with a lot of different people, and I feel like it's very complicated. Okay, I think that if you're working out, it should be for yourself. Now, I understand that there are a lot of like shallow reasons, like you just want to attract more girls, or you want to attract more guys. I don't know, depending on like what sex you are. Or you want to look better to get validation from other people. That's fine, okay? Like, as long as you're honest about it, number one. And number two, as long as it doesn't remain the reason, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of sad. Like, you're allowed to have any reason you want behind you working out. That's fine. However, I do think it is a bit sad, and you're missing out if your reason to work out is not to improve yourself and to be healthy. And obviously right reason is extremely like morally loaded. If it feels like I'm like prescribing something that is like objectively good compared to something,
But it's very subjective.
it's very subjective. I agree, but I do think that like it's that everyone deserves to have that feeling that you're improving yourself, and that's why you're doing this. Like the activity that you're doing, you're looking forward to it because it gives you a little bit of fulfillment instead of like validation from other people, or instead of like getting like girls or impressing a member of the opposite sex. Like it feels a little bit shallow. It just doesn't feel there's no fulfillment there. You know what I mean?
I think it's fine. Yeah, but I do agree that if you're being honest and you're owning up to, like, okay, let's say I work out for girls, that's fine. Um, the same way that, for example, you go to college. Some people go to college to educate themselves. Some people, to improve themselves, to make friends, to live the experience, and some others just for the money. They're like, okay, as soon as I get out of college, I'll make a lot of money. So I don't really care too much about the reason. The same way that some people like to play table tennis to impress girls, or stuff like that, like as a hobby. Now, my my two problems are if they're lying and they're not owning up to it, right? And my second problem would be them complaining like, oh, why am I not consistent? Why am I not doing progress? Because you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You don't have enough reasons to reinforce that idea and to give you the right, you don't have the right reason to push that hard.
Yeah.
Like, you probably already achieved your goal. You're probably lying to yourself. You're trying to convince yourself that you want to hit this PR so badly, but then you want to stay lean all year round, have an 8 pack, and then be with girls 24/7 and smoking weed every night. Like, I'm sorry, it's gonna be hard. So that's my other problem. But honestly, whatever reason you have, it is what it is. For me personally, I don't know. I like optimizing things. So the fact that there's health improvement, and that I feel like as if I'm progressing, and yeah, it's all convenience for me, right? I have better health. I feel like mentally I'm better, healthier, right? I'm also like, okay, I am progressing on something, you know. And it's like my little hobby, so I have some enjoyment in it, and then it's also like sort of like a lifestyle, right? It is something that you don't have to beg me to do, you know.
Yeah.
I would do it without you begging. So, I don't really believe in like, oh, there's a shallow reason, because if anything, I'm doing all of this for my own benefit and for my own convenience. Oh yeah, and also yeah, you look better, you know.
That's like
Bonus.
a cherry on top. Yeah.
Bonus, yeah. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I think that yeah, I think it's a very selfish reason, but I like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm free to do it.
On my end, the reason I started working out was because back then I would look into myself every year and essentially see like what aspects about myself are lacking and what can I improve. And throughout my whole life, I was always like kind of skinny with a little belly. Like I was like kind of like skinny fat type of body like composition. And so at the time, I remember that when I was assessing myself, I was getting pretty decent grades. I had a job, and I don't remember like all the categories, but I do remember that the only one or one of the big ones that was lacking was health, and basically how I look. I didn't realize that I was very skinny, that I was like running out of breath every time I went up a flight of stairs. I was not strong enough to like carry groceries. Well, I was strong enough, but I would be like super like sore, tired afterwards.
You really sore from groceries?
Sometimes. No. Sometimes, like, okay, hold on. Let me go on a tangent.
This guy's made out of bones.
The obsession of like, when you go buy groceries and you want to get every single bag in one. Okay, it gets heavy for a skinny guy, bro. Yeah.
Like you're locking your biceps like this.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of time under tension, and then you get sore. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So we've always had that
isometrics.
Obsession. Yeah. We've always had that obsession. So like every time I would do it, like there would be one day where we go to a grocery store and we had like 18 bags, okay, and then we carry 9 on one, 9 on the other.
Oh, you know what I've done? I've carried like a pack of water bottles. 2.
Oh yeah.
But for so long, like I'm talking like, fuck, like maybe shit. Let me think. Maybe like 30 meters.
Okay.
From the parking lot to the building, and then four floors.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a lot.
Through stairs, like this. It's bad. It's really
Yeah,
bad.
it's crazy.
It's really bad. But yeah, my biceps were sore as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, going back, right? Like, so when I assessed myself, I realized that like my fitness and my health they were not good at all, and so I was like, okay, starting this year, something that I want to work on is I want to be a little bit more fit to the point that it's going to like help me with my day to day activities, right? I don't have to worry about like running out of breath. I don't have to worry about like things being too heavy. It's just gonna make life much easier. And as we said before, the cherry on top is that you look better.
Yeah.
And so I started going to the gym, and I remember that as soon as I finished a week of training, I just got obsessed. I got addicted. I don't know what happened. Okay, I just found the joy there. I like it. It was the process felt so good. The fact that you can optimize, your program so that you can like optimize your gains, and then you start learning a lot more about nutrition, a lot more about sleep, a lot more about like fitness and training in general. And it felt like entering a video game where like there's a whole new
Yeah, I was
world,
thinking about that.
and then you can like start exploring like different aspects of this world. It feels really really good, and so I kind of like got hooked, and that's like yeah, that's ever since then. It's been like what, like 4 or 5 years. It's been more than that, but I've only been training consistently like 4 years, because COVID obviously doesn't really count, because I didn't train at all.
Yeah.
There in Canada, bro, the lockdowns were like 2 years, bro. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's it's definitely a decision that I stumbled on, and it was really really like amazing to feel to have that feeling like of fulfillment, like you're doing something good for you, and it'll pay off in the long term, and it becomes a lifestyle because once you look forward to it every single day, and then you do it part of your routine every single day, you just fall in love with it. It's really
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Like the only reason why I would skip the gym, it wouldn't even be because I hate the pain, this. No, it's because literally I enjoyed myself too much that that sounds so bad, but I don't have energy no more. Like I can't even get up from my bed because I'm like I'm done. But
yeah, bro.
but yeah, like if I 100% wish that I have more energy, I'll probably look into buying pre workout because I haven't been using pre workout. But yeah, I would probably want to do some pre workout and just go every day because it's just I don't know. It's a subscription that I'm paying
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
life.
Also, I do feel like because the thing that I didn't realize in the beginning when I started working out was that like it has way too many benefits, way too many. Like number one, you're healthier. Number two, it forces you to prioritize your nutrition and prioritize your rest.
Also to learn about it too, like you get informed about it. Because even if you didn't care initially,
Mm-hmm.
you will care eventually
Mm-hmm.
once you stumble into like a plateau or you get injured or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully a plateau better than an injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just prioritize your sleep, your nutrition, all of that.
Yeah, like extra benefits are like, for example, you look better, clothes fit better on you. On top of that, you
You're
have
stronger.
yeah, you're stronger. Like everyday
You're
life
also-
is much
You're
easier.
more confident. You feel like you're progressing every day.
You feel accomplished that you did
Yeah.
something productive. Yeah, like it's just in general, it is an extra activity that you can do with friends. Um,
It's like a
it helps your
multiplier.
posture as well. It's also like your mental health. Like sometimes everyone goes through like bad days. You go to the gym, pump it out, okay, and you feel much better. Yeah, like it just has like way too many benefits that it's hard to ignore. And I
Yep.
do feel like yeah, my quality of life has definitely improved when I go to the gym. 100%. But yeah, maybe I don't know, like because I started thinking about like other people and how they feel when they work out, and I'm just surprised like not everyone gets that same.
It's because you need a no. I understand how they feel. I just think that they don't fully understand the value that comes with it.
Yeah.
Like if you tell me like, hey Elvin, if you spend 2 hours every day on this specific thing, guaranteed, like guaranteed. Like if it's not guaranteed, I'll pay you like whatever, you know. Um, I like guaranteed you will look better. You'll live longer. This. You know. You can even say all the. Damn.
You're killing a dog outside.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you tell me, okay, guaranteed you will you will lose some of that excess fat. You know, you'll have a six pack. You look better. You'll attract more women. You'll be healthier. You know more about nutrition. You have better sleep. You feel more confident and a bunch of stuff. Guaranteed. Like, come on. Especially if you're a young guy. Like, what about it does it not sound attractive?
Yeah.
I don't care if you're into guys or girls or whatever it is that you're into. How does that not sound attractive to you? You know?
And also it makes it easier like when you get old and you would rather have to do something that you already do rather than like have to do it and you have no experience with it.
Then
You
also
know what I
like
mean?
think about it. It's like almost gamified, bro. Like there's like milestones. Like just yeah, I don't know. I understand that some people don't like it, but I think the reason why they don't like it is because they simply just don't understand the benefit. You know,
No, but
because it comes with time.
well, like the other thing is like maybe some people just don't
Like,
prefer the activity as much and they can get the benefit
okay,
for like
let me
other
ask you.
active
Do you think
things.
people would work out if every day, like for every day that they work out, they get instantly like fucking not sebum, but their dream physique, like boom. If they put 2 hours for the rest of the day, they'll look like their dream physique, and on top of that, $100 in their bank account, right?
Yeah, that's an extra incentive. Yeah.
Right, but that's just not reality. Like you need time, and just yeah, a lot of people don't get to their dream physique because you don't have the same genetics as your dream
I
physique.
guess like some
most of
people
the time.
don't really care about the physique that much.
Yeah.
And then they just care more about the activity itself.
Yeah.
So some people might prefer to like play soccer or something. And then they would get like similar benefit, not exactly the same ones, but similar benefits to like just working out. But then
Well,
again, like
there's the gamified part of it that makes it really addicting,
yeah,
like playing soccer, right?
true, yeah.
And it's a lot more competitive, whereas lifting it's more of like a solo activity. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can call that, but it's not. It's like yeah, you can compare like records, but that's about it. It's not like oh yeah, I scored.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if you are on the fence about training or working out, just try it out, okay? Try it out, but try it out properly, okay? Don't go like once and you'll be like, nah, I don't want it, right? Give it a week, okay, or
Nah.
2 weeks,
Give it
okay, and then do it
12
properly.
weeks, bro. 12 weeks. 12 weeks.
No,
is-
12 weeks is a big commitment. I don't
it's
think a
not
lot of people are
big
gonna do it.
commitment, bro. It's not a big commitment. Like if you're on the fence, dude.
Yo, 12
if
weeks.
you've if
People are gonna quit after 3, bro.
yes, but here's the thing, bro.
They'll be like, no, they quit after 0, bro. They'll be like, 12 weeks? Nah, bro.
Exactly, but the people that stay, right? Like you can give them the option. You can either do it this 12 weeks or you can just never do it for the rest of your life. People are gonna be like, "Am I missing out?" You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can either try it for 12 weeks or never ever do it again. Like never ever do it again. Oof, never ever do it again. Because the people who never ever do it again are the people that are like 12 weeks. They're people that are like on the fence. Those are the same people that never.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the reality is like life is hard and like, a lot of people probably just have a hard time like actually finding time to actually work out, which is understandable. Like, yeah, life is complicated sometimes. You're just not in the mood of like you have other priorities that are much more urgent. I understand that health is the most important thing and you want to be able to be healthy in general, blah, blah, blah. But there are other priorities that are like more urgent that you need to do them if you have a kid or if you need to like pay bills or if you need to like work extra hard because you can't afford rent, things like that. Like I completely understand. However, I do encourage people that as soon as they have the resources and access to any type of like sort of activity that allows you to move, um, just take it. Just take it, okay? Hopefully lifting, and then you can like stay in this channel and watch my content. But you know, if not, then you can just do sports or anything else that keeps you active. Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to the next section. I think we've talked enough about fitness.
What's the next section?
We can do relationships or we can do self improvement.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
Wait, some things I think we talked about already.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like, did we talk about the relationship stuff? I feel like we have. I don't know. Oh no, maybe we haven't. But like, I feel like I don't have the energy for that.
Relationship? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like relationships.
Yo,
are-
that's next week. Next week, okay? Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we stream next
Like
week.
relationships are like.
Yeah, baby. I gotta change the background, bro.
Wait, hold on. I'm not even gonna talk about it.
No, bro. All right. Let's go. All right, continue.
No, bro. I feel like, you know,
No, what were you gonna say about relationships?
they're intense. You know, they're intense.
Yo, they're so complicated, bro.
They're like, yeah, they're complicated because
Wait, hold on. I'm not saying it in a way like, oh, you should avoid them.
no,
I'm saying that like, if you're going to engage in them,
there's
keep
a
in
lot
mind,
of responsibility that comes with it.
yeah,
You know, and you should know what you're signing up to it. Wait, you should know what you're signing up to, and if you don't know, or if you don't try, then you shouldn't be in one and ruining the fucking experience for others. You know.
yeah.
That actually want that. You know, I totally respect I totally respect people that don't want to, but then leave the people that want to alone. And then the other way around, you know, if I know you don't want to get into a relationship and I'm forcing you to get it, like no, that also makes it super unenjoyable. With that said, if you get into a relationship, please be responsible, and you know, I understand that sometimes the relationships doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, just you can have some peace of mind in your head, on the back of your head, like, hey, I did everything I could. I was responsible. I never backstabbed no one, and yeah, I try my best. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as like effort is being put into the relationship from both sides in good faith. Okay, that's super important. The reason why I say that relationships are complicated is because there are way too many things that you need to like balance, and generally speaking, that's already complicated enough when it talks to like when we're talking about like anything that one person has to deal with. Now add that like another person to the mix, and then like both people need to understand each other, and it's a complicated dynamic that goes back and forth. It's very difficult. But right, number one, the most important thing is having your own standards, knowing what you want before engaging in any type of like relationships. Now there is the case, I could see the case or the argument that like, oh, you know, let's say you are unsure of what you want, and that's why you want to enter one, or you want to engage in some type of like flirting, or some type of like I don't know, like situationship with another person, right? In order to figure out like what you like, gotta be careful with that. Okay, there's a lot of horror stories that come out from that. Okay, so just be careful. And chances are, for most people, you kind of already have done that, just because that's what happens in high school. But unless you know you're someone who just didn't have the chance, generally speaking, you shouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah, like on paper, relationships are easy. Like if there are two AIs,
Let me just
they will probably get in a relationship pretty easily, you know, because they just have to follow instructions. Like, oh yeah, you gotta be honest. You gotta You gotta, you know, be good faith. You don't be I don't know. Don't be overly defensive. Like, you know, this is like these things are easier said than done. You know, humans were like, you know, you know,
yeah, like
right? Like the instructions are easy. Just follow the rubric, and then it will work out, right? But we're a lot more complicated than that, And then on top of all the things that I already said, like think about this: not every person is the same. Not every person has lived like the same experiences, and not every like even if me and my partner we agree like that we agreed, oh, like, oh, I have this standard and you have this standard and our standards perfectly match. Maybe communication didn't go through. Like maybe her understanding of what I said is another thing.
Yeah.
That could happen. Or there are a lot of relationships, there's no like, there's not one solution for all. Because every single person is different. There might be like a very vague structure that you're like, yeah, I can follow this, but then chances are that it's not gonna work like that. And let me think of another variable. Oh, there's also like there's expectations from different genders. They're like, oh, the guy needs to do this, and then there are other cases where they're like totally fine with 50-50, or there sometimes it's 100-0 from
Yeah,
either
yeah, yeah.
side.
Like the most thing, like the reason why a lot of like relationships fail, in my opinion, is that people fail to realize that like the terms are set by the two people. You're not supposed to follow. Obviously, don't take this to the extreme, right? But like you're not supposed to like follow like the general guideline of like how relationships are supposed to look like. Um,
Yeah.
like the guidelines are supposed to be set by you too. You are part of the relationship. Whatever expectations are out there, like it doesn't really matter or shouldn't really
Yeah.
apply to you.
But some
Like,
people feel like they're missing out. That's why they do that.
right?
But
Yeah.
yo, actually, you know what I just realized? The happiest couples are the craziest, like quite literally like serial killer couples. No, because they're in the same like wavelength. They like the same things.
Yeah.
They have their own standard, and they're not trying to. They're not trying to be like everyone else. They're not trying to prove anything to anyone. They're in their own thing, killing people, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like in
Yeah,
the
like
shows,
yeah, if they're sharing like the same kind of like yeah, if they're like in the same
same
wavelength,
goal.
same goal, same like preferences, like basically they set their own guidelines, and if they both fully agree in it,
Yeah.
then yeah, like it's
And
it's
they,
good.
they trust each other like crazy. It's like you start digging, I start chopping. you know,
What are you thinking of?
you know.
Some extreme cases.
And then
bro.
and then the kids are looking out for the police.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean those are because they're completely honest. They truly trust each other. I'm not encouraging this. We're talking hypothetically. but but I feel like that those are the ones who are
Thriving.
yeah, they're thriving, and they're the most locked in. Not because of the killing, okay, but because, let's get this right, because um they are fully honest. They don't care about what is it called, making other people happy and making other people, like trying to show off to other people. They're on their own thing,
Yeah.
and they know what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Yeah.
Not because of the killing or the digging or the chopping.
Yeah. Um, like
I don't know. I don't know if I can edit this. I get well, I can't put just a fucking image of anything.
we'll see. We'll see if we include it. But yeah, like I've had conversations with people who like can't or like they're having trouble
Communicating.
having a lasting relationship, and then when I like initially when they represent their situation, I'm like, okay, that I guess is unfortunate. It makes sense. So like for example, let's say I'm talking to someone, okay, and I'm like, oh, like how's your love life going? And they might be like, oh yeah, I was with this person for like a month, and then things didn't work out. I'm like, oh, what happened? Like how come just like that short? Did anything bad happen? And he's like, no, it was just like I was just not feeling it like afterwards. And I'm like, huh, okay, let's dig. I'm like, okay, what like why weren't you feeling it? Like was it like a you problem? Was it like a them problem? And they might say something like, well, I felt like in the beginning I liked them a lot, and then later like we got together, and then for that month they were like super sweet and super like Um, I'm gonna use a term which I hate, but like I don't know any other way to describe it. But like, oh, they were like love bombing me, right? Like, oh yeah, they're
Oh, I hate that shit.
love bombing me. Like they were like basically like super caring and like giving me good mornings and all of that stuff. And then like I couldn't bear it anymore after a month, and I just like broke it off. And I'm like, oh, okay. So what's the issue of like being caring to you? And then he's like, oh yeah, I just didn't like it. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You can communicate that, and then there'll be a solution. Like, what's the matter? Why?
What? You can communicate that?
And no, and then they'll be like, wait, but isn't it supposed to be like aren't I supposed to enjoy the love bombing? Isn't it a relation? I'm like, what do you mean supposed to, bro? You are part of the relationship. Set your own terms. Like, why would you try to fit yourself into like
A mold.
the social mold like of like, oh yeah, love bombing, like that's the way all relationships should be. No,
Yeah.
like you were supposed to create your own thing there. Like it's I feel like it's so stupid. But then
Like it's like me giving a girl flowers every day, and she doesn't she doesn't like flowers. Like she tells me, "No, I don't like flowers. I like roses." And flowers. Like,
no, everyone's giving like their partners flowers. I must give flowers, not roses.
and then she's like, "No, bro. Like obviously it's not gonna work out."
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, my last partner was such an asshole. She didn't like my flowers, not just my flowers, flowers."
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know. And yeah, I think that like I don't even know what the problem is there. Like what's the solution there? Like I feel like it's just introspection, maybe critical thinking. I don't know. I don't know
Dude,
what it is, bro.
I think it's.
What are you supposed to do there? Like
I think it's communication, number one, and number two is like lack of self awareness, and also like, well, with lack of self awareness comes with like not knowing what you want. Like all those three, I think they lead to that specific situation.
yeah.
But yeah, just think. I feel like no, I'm dead ass. Like no.
Use your brain.
No, I'm not saying people are dumb, but
Spend some time.
spend some time. Like
Yeah.
literally, I know that just allocate like an hour, just an hour a day to think about things. Just think about your current situation, why you think what way, because I understand that some people are like, how many hours do you have a day after like 16? You have 16 hours?
After sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 16, right? You have your 16 hours, and then, let's say 3 hours, blah, 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 like you're doing your own activity, eating, pooping, whatever. 2 hours for the gym, 3 hours for, I don't know, the girl that you like, and then, I don't know, another 8 hours. I don't know if that shit adds up. Like 8 hours of work, whatever. Don't make the calculations. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just making shit up on the spot, right? Not even considering the 16 hours. I don't even know why I asked. Let's say you're not sleeping.
No, like okay,
Right?
in 1 week. Okay,
No,
you
no,
can find an hour.
and then your 1 hour, your 1 hour that you can allocate to think, instead you use it for doom scrolling. Then of course you're never gonna know what you want if you
Yeah.
never even try to know what you want. You think you know yourself because you're with yourself, but you didn't even like. It's like me going on the same train with the same people every day and never talking to them. Do you think I'm gonna know anything about them other than the very, very superficial stuff? No, I'm not gonna know anything. I would be surprised if I remember their faces. Right?
Yeah.
That's I think that's the analogy.
Yeah, but moral of the story, okay? Just just think. Yeah, like just spend some time to like actually think about what you want and also like what your standards are for a relationship. What are you into? And then just find someone who's into that too, and then you're good. Like, that's the first step. Okay? Obviously there are a lot of extra steps that are complicated, which makes relationships complicated.
Of
But
course.
um,
But
but
these are the fundamentals.
yeah, like of course, like you know,
Like if you both think, then you guys both can figure out whether you guys are meant for each other quicker. And yeah, of course, things can happen along the way, but you just out relationship like 50% of the other relationships. 'Cause
yeah,
most people, well, I would say even more, because most people don't even think
hmm,
about those things, or put time into it. Most people are busy doing other stuff, and they're complaining about stuff that they don't even put time into. Like, what the fuck? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, I know.
Like, why are you complaining about your relationship when you didn't even pre-qualify this person? You didn't even think if you like them or not, just because they show you a little bit of attention and a little bit of like whatever, you know. Now you suddenly really like them and you want to get in a relationship with them when you don't even know if you want to be in a relationship. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's like very irresponsible. It's like me signing up for, I don't know, the military, and I didn't even think it through. I'm just like, all right, all right, and then I get bombed. No, that's not funny.
bro. I was like, wait, what? Where are you going with this?
I don't even know, dude. I'm tired as fuck.
All right.
This is yeah, so yeah. I'm done.
Bro, you're going into tangents. Like you're not even like focusing on the
Dude,
meat of the
I don't-
topic.
here's
You're
the
going
thing.
in an analogy,
Here's the thing.
and then you're making an analogy for the analogy.
Here's the thing. The reason why I don't take drugs is because I don't need them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, self improvement. Last one.
All right. Be
Okay.
better.
Be
Done.
better,
Let's
yeah.
go.
All right, self improvement tip 101. Step 1, you self.
What?
And then step 2, you improve.
Yeah.
Boom, self improve. Let's go. Easy. Self improvement. Step 1, improve. Step 2, be better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the self improvement can be done with a lot of awareness, a lot of honesty, and a lot of empathy.
Well, it takes well, it has to be like good faith effort to try to improve yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to improving yourself, I mean, I think what I just said can solve more than 50% of your problems. When it comes, not even problems, can improve you more than 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. What else should I be aware?
I think in general, it's just like I don't know if I'm. Bro, he's so bad, bro. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Bro. Wait, I'm gonna take a picture. Hold on. Yeah, he's definitely dead.
The fool.
Look at this. Wait, you need to see his face. Wait, focus up. Well, whatever. You guys saw it, I think. But yeah, that face is funny. It's like one eye bigger than the other.
He's asleep, by the way. His eyes were kind of open, but he sleeps with his eyes open a little bit.
No. He's moving his eyes now.
No, now he's awake. Because I
Yes.
called him.
Oh.
But, wait, it's okay. Self improvement, get a cat, okay? It'll make you feel better.
Dude, no, I'm actually cooked.
Alright, let's end it here. We'll talk about self improvement next week.
Next week.
Oh, let me know in the comments or just like send me a message on Instagram or something.
Actually, just put a poll on Instagram.
Okay, yeah, I'll put a poll on Instagram or a poll
You
on
can answer
YouTube
questions
community.
or something.
Yeah, just like basically I want to ask like what you want to see moving forward with the streams, cause like you brought up like the idea of like building something while we stream, right? That could be fun. That
we
could
can
be
do
fun.
like an IKEA talk, like just chatting.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I'll set up a poll and then I'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited. These last 3 months have been busy and frustrating in some
Yeah.
aspects. But now that everything is over and I'm kind of like, or we're both actually moving on to the next stage of life or our next like stage in our life, I guess. Um, it's pretty exciting. And then, yeah, I think there's much more potential content that we're gonna be putting out. Um, so yeah, we'll let you guys know. This guy is cooked.
I am cooked.
You wanna be him.
Yes.
You wanna be him. You wanna melt into the bed.
Yeah. 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 We are one.
All right. I'll see you guys next stream. Okay. If you're still watching, thank you. Subscribe. Do all that stuff. I'm not gonna repeat it. You know what to do. Okay. Just support me in however way you can. Goodbye and thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.